One thing about television and movies, you'll very rarely see a lot of black women wearing their natural hair. And as I've been on sets more and more often lately, I'm starting to really understand why it's not a anti-natural hair agenda going on. It's just that the things that go on set can be really hard on natural hair. For one, having a whole bunch of different hairstylists working on your hair, that's very difficult for your natural hair. As well as the lights, the intense bright lights on your hair, it can be really harsh on your hair. And lastly, the environments that you're in sometimes, your hair can trap really nasty smells. Now that last one is going to be really niche. It's going to be in certain settings, certain sets, certain scenes. But primarily the first two. So this past Tuesday, I was on a very, very smoky set. Sidebar, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I do dabble into acting. More regularly than anything else, I do background acting. So you may see me in the background of some of your favorite shows, okay? So on Tuesday, I was on a really smoky set. And when I say it was smoky, there was atmospheric smoke. So I think that they used some sort of fog machine or something like that to create a general smokiness in the room. It was a bar scene, but they also had people smoking fake cigarettes. So the show that I was working, it takes place in the past, and apparently back in the day you couldn't smoke indoors. Like that was a thing. So in this bar they gave us fake cigarettes. I didn't have one, but they gave a lot of the background actors fake cigarettes to smoke. While they were fake cigarettes, as in they didn't have tobacco, they still had some kind of herbs in there, and they were smelly. They were definitely smelly, and we were on set for hours, so consider the amount of cigarettes they had to keep re-handing out and blazing up. So it was really smelly in there. And I knew my hair was gonna reek. And it did. Really badly. Okay? My hair was already going through it because the hairstylist that worked on my hair this time, he acted like he didn't know what to do with my hair. He acted like he never saw locks before in his life. Mind you, there were several other background actors who had locks on set that day. And you know what he said to me? He asked me, so, what year were you born? Do you remember how your mom wore her hair in the 90s? I said, yes, she wore her hair in mostly roller sets. He said, yeah, that's right. Most women in the 90s went for a straight look so that they can add curls and crimps. I'm like, yeah. And he said, there's so many natural hair girls on set today. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, we didn't hire ourselves. So obviously they chose us because there were people with natural hair and locks in the 90s. They might not have been the most popular hairstyle, but we existed. People have their hair natural throughout time. And locks are probably the most ancient hairstyle that exists. So, bro, if you can't style locks, just say that. But anyway, he was doing some tugging and pulling and tugging, and I'm tender-headed, so I knew that my scalp was going to be a bit inflamed. So listen, the amount of times that I've worked background in my life, I usually have pleasant experiences with the stylists, but that was the one time that I felt like, wow, like I need to give my hair some TLC after this production. And then we got into the smoking environment, and then I knew, okay, my hair needs it bad. I went home after a long day on set, took off all my clothes, went straight to sleep. The next morning, I turned and got a whiff of my hair. I hopped up and went straight to the bathroom. And the Loc cologne, I typically recommend it in the times where your hair is exposed to smelly things like smoke or fried fish or what have you. This is something that you can use to freshen up your hair, so when you hug people, they're not grossed out. And it also can double as like a personal cologne. But in this situation, I couldn't wait. The Loc cologne was not gonna cut it. Okay, so I had to do my Loc Detox shampoo. At this point, I knew my locks needed a detox. So I went for my Loc Detox clarifying shampoo, and I give my hair 2 rounds of shampoo. This shampoo has peppermint essential oil, so I knew that my locks were gonna be smelling very fragrant afterwards, which is what I needed. My scalp deserved it. My scalp deserved it. It went through a lot. Side note, I don't know if I mentioned this enough on my channel. When it comes to oil application on my hair, if I know I'm going to air dry my hair, I'll oil it right after washing it. But if I know I'm going to get under the dryer, I'm not going to oil it right after, because that oil and that heat makes me feel like I'm frying my hair. So I'll wait until after my hair is dried, then I'll remist it and then oil it, because again, I don't feel comfortable oiling my scalp, especially not as thoroughly as I'm doing in this video, where I'm completely oiling my scalp, giving it a nice thorough massage, and then raking it into my hair. I won't do that if I know I'm gonna get right under the dryer. So I'll save the oil for after my hair is completely done. But remember, I did wake up this morning and get to my hair maintenance right away, so I knew I had the whole day to air dry my hair. I knew I wasn't gonna need artificial heat this time. Then I went ahead with my retwist. Whenever I want to make my retwist go by faster, I do cheat, and I'll retwist the back of my head without any gel, and then as I get closer to the front, I'll start to use gel. And that's what I did this time. Now, I don't recommend to do that every single time, because you still want to be able to keep uniformity in your hair. You want frizz to be maintained throughout your hair, so that on your maintenance days, it's not so much of a hassle. You know what I mean? You know, like they say, if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. So if you practice proper maintenance on a very regular basis, then each maintenance is simpler, versus you're being very, very lax all the time, and then when it's time for your maintenance, it's a lot of work. So don't do this all the time, but I guess I was in a rush. I don't remember. So I retwisted my entire head using my Loc gel in the front. The Love Light and Loc gel, that is. And here's the final results. This is actually days later. So today is Saturday. And my retwist is intact, as it should be. It hasn't been a week. While it still smells very fresh, it smells fragrant like my oils, I didn't get to use the Loc cologne in the video, so I wanted to make sure I use it now. So yes, that was my experience on set. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you probably know what show I'm talking about, because I have posted stills of me in the background on this particular show. This is the same show that I'm working on the next season for. And stay tuned, you may see me on other shows too in the background. Just look for me. Just look for me. So I want to let you guys know what sales we have going on. Our ongoing sale for our Infinity head wraps is buy 5, get your 6th one free. As for my products, the Diamond Bundle, which is the entire product line plus a refill for when your rose water runs out, you can get 15% off with the code DIAMOND, okay? Again, that product bundle is called the Diamond Package. You can get 15% off the Diamond Package with the coupon code DIAMOND, okay? Make sure you thumbs this video up if you liked it. Please share. It really helps with the algorithm. I've been in YouTube prison for long enough, so please thumbs this video up. Tell the algorithm that Keisha Charmaine is still producing content. And if you made it to the end of this video, please leave a comment below telling me what's your favorite movie. I'll start first. Coming to America. Thank you so much for watching. Love, light, and locks.